Have you ever prayed for something so hard, so consistently, that you started wondering if God was even listening? Not a quick prayer you forgot about, a real one you brought to Him again and again, with tears, with hope, with everything in you, and still, nothing changed. A lot of believers quietly carry this question. They don't say it out loud in church, but it sits heavy in their spirit. Am I doing something wrong? Is God ignoring me? Does He even care? Today, I want to walk you through 7 reasons your prayers might feel unanswered. Not to make you feel guilty, but to help you understand what's really happening between you and God when the silence feels the loudest. Number 1, you're praying for a season you haven't finished yet. Sometimes we ask God to remove us from a situation before it's done shaping us. We want the trial over, but God isn't finished producing what the trial is meant to produce. James 1:4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." The enemy wants you to believe unfinished seasons mean forgotten prayers. He wants frustration to convince you that waiting equals rejection. But waiting isn't rejection, it's refinement. Instead of only praying for the season to end, start praying for the strength to endure it. Ask God what He's building in you while you wait. That shift changes everything about how the waiting feels. Number 2, you're asking God to bless something He never told you to pursue. This one is hard to hear. Sometimes we chase a job, a relationship, a plan, and then wonder why heaven feels quiet about it. But not every desire in your heart originated with God. Some are simply your own ambition, wearing spiritual language. Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." The enemy loves letting you run hard after the wrong thing because exhaustion and confusion keep you distracted from God's actual direction. Pause and ask honestly, did God lead me here, or did I lead myself here, and ask Him to bless it afterward? That question alone can bring clarity you've been missing for months. Number 3, unconfessed sin is creating distance. This isn't about God abandoning you the moment you mess up. It's about how sin quietly numbs your spiritual sensitivity. Psalm 66:1-18 says, "If I had cherished sin in my heart, the Lord would not have listened." Notice, it says cherished, not struggled with. God isn't distant from people who are fighting sin. He's distant from people who've stopped fighting and made peace with it. The enemy wants you either drowning in shame or completely numb to conviction. Both keep you far from honest prayer. Bring it into the light. Name it before God plainly. Confession isn't punishment. Number 4, you're praying without aligning your actions. Prayer isn't meant to replace obedience. It's meant to accompany it. James 2:17 reminds us that faith without action is dead. If you're praying for provision but refusing to be a good steward, praying for peace but refusing to release bitterness, praying for direction but ignoring what God already told you, the disconnect isn't on God's end. The enemy loves convincing people that prayer alone earns results, so they never have to change anything about how they're living. But God often answers prayer by asking you to move first. Ask yourself what step of obedience you've been avoiding. That step might be exactly what unlocks the answer you're asking for. Number 5, your timing and God's timing aren't the same. We live inside urgency. We want the answer today, this week, before the deadline we set for God. But Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." God isn't slow, He's precise. The enemy wants impatience to convince you that delayed means denied. He wants frustration to turn into doubt, and doubt to turn into giving up, right before the breakthrough. Some prayers take longer, because the timing has to align with people, circumstances, and preparation you can't see yet. Keep praying. Keep believing. The delay is not evidence of God's absence. It's evidence of His precision. Number 6. You already received the answer, but it doesn't look how you expected. Sometimes we miss God's response because we're looking for a specific shape, and He answered in a different form entirely. You prayed for peace, and instead He removed the source of chaos. You prayed for provision, and instead He taught you contentment. You prayed for a door to open, and instead He closed one to protect you. Isaiah 55:8 says, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." The enemy wants you fixated on the answer you imagined, so you overlook the one God actually gave. Stop measuring God's response only by your expectations. Start looking for what He's already done, even if it doesn't match the picture you had in mind. Number 7. You're praying from fear instead of faith. Fear-based prayer sounds like begging, panicking, repeating the same anxious words without any trust behind them. Faith-based prayer looks different. It brings the need honestly and then rests. Philippians 4:6 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Thanksgiving in the middle of asking, that's faith. The enemy wants your prayers soaked in panic, because panic keeps your focus on the problem instead of on God's power. Bring your fear to Him honestly, but don't let it be the foundation of your prayer. Let trust be the foundation. Let fear simply be something you're honest about along the way. Now, let's bring everything together. Some prayers feel unanswered because the season isn't finished yet. Some because we're chasing what God never assigned us. Some because unconfessed sin has created distance. Some because our obedience hasn't caught up to our requests. Some because our timing and God's timing don't match. Some because the answer already came, just not how we expected. And some because fear, not faith, has been leading our prayers. None of these mean God has stopped listening. They simply mean there's something to understand, adjust, or trust more deeply. Unanswered doesn't always mean unheard. Sometimes it means not yet. Sometimes it means look again. And sometimes it means God is working in a way your eyes haven't caught up to yet. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who's been praying and waiting and wondering if God still hears them. And in the comments, write, "God, I still trust you." Not because everything makes sense right now, but because He does. Don't forget to subscribe for more faith-filled messages.